some grapes ready for both the chicken salad that we're going to make today, and we're going to use them in our smoothie as well. So really probably the best way to clean your grapes is to pull them off the vine and then individually rub them a little bit. Because just rinsing your water over the top isn't probably going to clean them as much as you'd like. One of the important things for small children when you're introducing grapes is to cut them probably at least in quarters, if not even smaller, so they're not that choking hazard as they would be when they're whole. I think we need 1/3 cup of celery for our recipe. Now, celery is one of those things a lot of people like to get ready ahead of time. Chop it up, and we're going to give you a neat little guide if you watch this video and come into Winks to get your card loaded that tells you how long you can store different fruits and vegetables, be it on the countertop or in the refrigerator, and depending on whether they're cleaned and cut or not cleaned and cut yet. Grapes ready for our chicken salad. Most parents don't find it hard to get children to eat grapes. They usually love them. We're cutting them today in at least 6 little pieces. Some of them I'm even doing into 8 little pieces because again we want to make sure we take away that choking hazard risk. We decided to focus on some fruits today for our recipes, and just reading how good grapes are for our body. They have a lot of antioxidants. They can keep us at a healthy blood pressure and good blood flow. And they're really good for someone who has diabetes because they have a low glycemic index, which means it just doesn't raise their blood sugar really quickly when they eat them. Antioxidant rich, anti-inflammatory. Can't beat grapes, and that's true whether they're red or green. I just happened to pick red ones today. So there's our 1/2 cup of grapes that are going to go into our chicken salad. We're doing some celery prep for our chicken salad here. This seems like a big knife, and if it intimidates you, you don't have to use one this big, but it does need to have a sharp blade, and you want to be sure you keep the surface of your vegetable or fruit pretty flat so that you're not wobbling around. Since you're fixing this for small children probably, you do want to make the pieces pretty small. If we have extra, guess what you can do? You can just snack on it, right? And you just keep moving your fingers away from that knife. One other important thing that we like to make sure you remember is that we use one cutting board for our vegetables and our fruits, and we're going to use a different cutting board for our meats, and that's to prevent any kind of bacterial contamination from your meat over to your fruits and veggies. Our chicken salad recipe. We've cooked some boneless, skinless chicken breasts, tenderloins in the oven. Now, as far as how you get your chicken ready, that would be up to you. You could bake it, you could cook it in a skillet with just a little bit of oil. You might boil it with some water. It could be rotisserie chicken that you bought from the store. Possibly canned chicken if that was what works for you. So lots of options for your chicken. But we've cut this in really pretty small pieces, almost shredded, but again, you're looking at serving this to children, so we needed 1.5 cups. We are using a different cutting board, remember, for the meat than we did for the fruits and vegetables. So let's add this to our grapes and our celery. And then the recipe calls for us to add 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt. Now, what you might not know until about a few weeks ago is that you can start to get yogurt put onto your WIC card in place of some of your milk. So the next time your child or you are getting certified, ask us if you'd like to have that added in. So we're going to put 1/4 cup of this Greek Chobani yogurt in here. Any brand would do. And then the recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise. Just toss all those ingredients together till they're coated. The recipe does encourage you to wait for about an hour. Set this in the fridge. It just lets the flavoring get together, the chicken with the celery, and it'll just taste a little better if it sets a while. You can season it a little bit with salt and pepper to your liking. Or if you like any other kind of seasoning, I think dill would be really good in here because I'm a real big dill fan. But that's something you can play around with to make it your own recipe. Okay, so there's several ways that you can serve this to your children. In a little cup, maybe you're gonna mix it in with some whole wheat pasta and make a little pasta salad. They're familiar with the pasta. They might not be so familiar with the chicken salad. They're gonna see some things in that pasta salad that they've seen before, the grapes, the pasta, and hopefully then they'll try the chicken as well. You could serve it on whole wheat tortillas. Again, you can get these with your WIC card for the whole grains. So roll it up in like a little tortilla. They could put it on a chunk of celery. You could serve it that way. So there's lots of ways you could serve your chicken salad.